leggings are pants. You put your feet in, and then you pull them up. And
boots are pants. Hi everybody, welcome to Louder Than Ever.
Hi.
I am Hailey.
And I'm Mary.
We are both Gemini Ravenclaws with impeccable comedic timing and literally nothing else in common, as we learned this week when we took the Pottermore Ivermorny house quiz, whatever it's technically called.
This is something that I thought we would have in common because, like you just said,
we're both
Ravenclaws.
So we should.
I mean, logic would tell you.
Right, exactly.
That we would be the same.
We should be in the same house, but we're not.
We're not. And it's sad because I don't like mine.
I don't like mine either, but I don't really like any of the names. I know that they're all like Native American, and that's very cool for J.K. Rowling to have put that together since it's an American school. But I just don't like them. I don't like the names of them at all. They don't sound good, and I'm so sorry, Native Americans. I am 136th or something.
Oh, please.
Native.
Don't start with that. Don't be making
No, that's
those
really
claims.
offensive for me to say, so I'm sorry.
Just...
But the names I just don't love the sound of. They don't roll off the tongue like Ravenclaw.
No.
And
well,
Gryffindor.
To be fair, okay, so I got Thunderbird.
Which is a car.
True.
A Ford car.
And also, it does roll off the tongue, though.
Sure. Okay.
But the other ones do not.
No.
I agree. They sound like we discussed.
Right.
They have, yeah. Can you cut that
so,
out? Okay.
Thunderbird is like the most pleasantly sounding one.
Right. And I did get that one.
You did.
It has a strange meaning.
Yes.
It was very... I love all the supplemental material that comes out on Pottermore. I think it's really cool. But this particular... And let's be honest, it's obviously a promo for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is coming out soon.
I think that's kind of why all of a sudden Ivermorny came out.
Yes. So I feel like it has suspect origins. And it does sort of have the feeling of I don't like the names either. They're just the story itself was kind of nice though. The story behind it,
yeah,
and
I read the story.
two
it was
orphan
cute.
wizards and all of that, and the American spirit obviously taking root and whatever. But
it's no Hogwarts.
It's no Hogwarts.
That's really what
it boils down to, isn't it? It's not even a Beauxbatons or anything.
It's really, I don't know.
No.
But it also hurts my heart to know that like I didn't miss out on a Hogwarts letter. Apparently, I missed out on a freaking Ivermorny letter.
Which, I mean, I guess logic would have told me before that the likelihood of crossing the pond to go to wizard school. Well, yeah, but there was a French one, and, Durmstrang is obviously, like, Russian or something. So there were regional ones even within Europe. So, I mean, and that's why I don't mind this expansion that much, because it stands to reason that it would exist. However, the name is horrible. The story is... Okay, let's give a few paragraphs.
Hogwarts was a bad name.
Yeah, no.
But we've all grown accustomed to Hogwarts
and now.
Now we're like
cute.
Ivermorny.
Even though it's literally pig facial blemishes. It sounds nice.
Right.
Now to me, because Hogwarts is Hogwarts.
It's Hogwarts.
But what is Ivermorny? And it has too many R's.
I don't know. We need to know more about it. But what I'm most upset with is the house that I got, because I think out of all of the houses, this is the one that sounds the absolute worst.
Okay.
Pukwudgie?
Yeah, that sounds like...
Pukwudgie.
Sorry.
Pukwudgie. Pukwudgie.
It sounds like a excrement.
Bodily excrement. It sounds just awful.
Yeah, that's really bad.
It makes me think, I don't know why, but it makes me think of, like, pimple popping, which I love those videos on YouTube.
Oh my God.
BTW. But this is, like, the bad pimples.
This is, like, the really
like, not the really great comedones that, like, pop out like shoots of grass. Those are great. This is, like, the gross, like, cystic acne.
Ugh. Okay. And on that note.
So, I'm really not happy about it.
Yeah.
And now we have something else that's not in common.
It's just really sad, though.
That's really sad.
I didn't really like any of it. And it's odd because I loved the pieces about, like, Harry as an older person, that they were the articles and things. But, not a fan.
I don't know. I'm
not a fan at all.
I can't say a bad thing about J.K. Rowling because God knows that she's just an incredible person. Oh. Follow her on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
Don't, by the way, because
she
she's
is really... I mean, I don't know about Twitter,
but
but I do appreciate her, and a lot of the things that she's done since Harry Potter's come out. Like, she really connects with her fan community, and I love that. So I certainly hope that she doesn't hear me saying that I don't like.
We love you.
We love you so much.
When we blow up, please be on our show.
Please retweet Hailey's tweet to you that she will tweet later about how we accidentally almost sort of said that something you did wasn't freaking amazing. We didn't really. I just feel like there needs to be more. I need to have more understanding. Come on, this is 7 books versus a few paragraphs.
That's true.
It's not even close.
We're too emotionally attached to Hogwarts.
As an American, I just am not ready to give up hope that Hogwarts would want me as an international student.
This is just another reason to be disappointed that we're American.
We have so many. So
we don't go to Hogwarts. I mean, Donald Trump is about to be our president.
Shut up, he is not.
Ugh.
Oh my God, that's not going to happen.
Can we just talk about how Donald Trump is about to be our president, and it's so sad.
Can we just talk about a giant douche or a shit sandwich and how I almost don't want to vote? I mean, I think I'm really going to go in and write in Bernie Sanders just because, come on, guys.
Well, yeah.
Come on, guys. What else can we do? Who's going to... I mean,
we can choose between, a total, liar or just a complete, hateful douche with a toupee.
And I'm sorry, but as a woman, I have dreamed about our first female president. Okay?
Absolutely.
And it's not Hillary.
#feminism.
I just can't even. I can't do this, though. And the fact that the Republican candidate is actually making me consider voting for Hillary is just...
horrifying.
I'm going to write in Bernie Sanders. I'm not going to vote for Hillary. And, the thing is, it doesn't matter. Here in Minnesota, it always goes to the Democratic candidate. I mean,
right.
So it's not even really, but I still feel this, crisis inside, this, internal struggle. That, this election, can you imagine if this was your first chance to vote?
Oh, my God.
And you had to pick
there are
between...
people out there. This is their
first... I am so sorry, guys. This is not even fair.
That's so sad.
Right?
That breaks my heart.
Still get out and vote. Still listen to MTV. But I am sorry, there will be better ones. There have to be better ones.
Unless Trump wins and then we don't have a country anymore by the end of his term.
I seriously feel like that would be the beginning of the end, right?
It really
America
would.
Already is a laughingstock. Look at the school they give us. Ivermorny. So we're obviously just substandard citizens of the world in general. And then to add in...
This is a terrifying time, folks.
Guys,
we're here to just make it better with comedy.
That's what we're gonna. Yeah, this is supposed to be funny. Oh my God. Anyway.
Okay, serious time over.
Okay.
Actually, it's not because we have something that we have to talk about.
Oh no.
So we're gonna get kind of serious here. I've been holding off because I wanted to say this in front of our new friends.
Oh, good.
So prepare yourself because we're about to get really deep.
Oh no.
We've talked about this before, but it needs to come out, Mary.
Oh, no.
Leggings are not pants.
You are a liar.
I am not a liar.
Literally, leggings are pants. You put your feet...
No, literally, they are not pants.
You put your feet in, and then you pull them up. And
So boots are pants?
Well, if they're tall enough.
No. Boots are not pants. But leggings are not pants.
Well, I'm not... Okay, fine.
They're beautiful. These ones that you have on now. #LuLaRoe.
We're going to have to Instagram these. They really are very pretty.
They're great. They're very They're very, 1960s, 70s-ish.
Well, yes, and I've got a shirt on that talks about my free spirit, and and I've got my wavy braid hair.
You're just a total hippie.
I am, but leggings are pants.
But they're not.
But
in fact, they are leggings.
I'm not saying
which is why nobody calls them pants.
I'm not saying that they're good enough to replace regular pants. Okay, now listen to me. No, are pajama pants?
So many people out there in the internet are screaming at you right now.
Are pajama pants? Because they have pants in the name.
Yes, they're pants.
But what is the difference between pajama pants and legging pants?
No. That is the exact difference, is that leggings do not have the word pants in them.
But
no.
Okay. But they're just as inappropriate for public consumption on their own. Who would go out in pajama pants? Okay, no, I'm just saying.
Lots of people. Like, have you been in Walmart?
Oh my gosh. Like, I've worn my leggings to Walmart.
Okay.
But
your leggings are more acceptable to wear in Walmart than anywhere than pajama pants.
Well, here's the thing.
But they're not pants.
I don't wear them like your conventional pants. I'm not saying they're like jeans. You have to wear shirts that cover your bits.
You do.
You have to.
And I think that's a problem just nationwide, folks.
Okay, people,
regardless of your size or anything.
It doesn't matter. You can be so skinny, nobody wants to see your camel toe. Nobody.
No. Literally no one.
No one. Not like.
Okay, actually, no, somebody does, because there's a fetishist out there that's like,
yeah, that's true.
But still,
when you're going to Walmart, you're probably not going to run into that person that wants to see it. And let's be frank, if they want to see it, you probably don't want them to see it. Yes. Okay, so you need to. That's where I make accommodations for your objections about wearing them as pants, but I do still indeed wear my legging pants.
They are not legging pants. I don't call them that if I want. I don't have an objection to them being worn in place of pants.
Okay.
I have no objection. I am a fan of leggings.
You are
not for my own personal wear.
Okay, because I was going to say.
But in Jet, I love your leggings. They look great on you.
They do.
I think that they're
really
very fun.
They're so soft,
and
too.
you like colors and such.
Do.
I don't.
That's
so it's
true.
okay.
But we're working on that.
We have literally nothing else in common, so it's okay.
We're working towards you liking colors.
No, we're not.
Well, you wear some sometimes.
I wear them in my hair.
Well, you must like them a little bit because your hair is blue right now.
It's green, thank you. But
it's blue and green.
Okay, it's a little everything. But
and that will be Instagrammed also.
We'll Instagram my hair, sure.
It changes colors. My son he thought it was so funny. He's like, "Did you do your hair again?" No, it's just fading out as you wash it out. Oh, looks awesome. It's not faded, but
no.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Puff. Mary has 3 children.
Oh.
We'll give them all nicknames at some point.
Yes, that's Puff because he's my middle child and he is a Hufflepuff to the max. He is next to Hufflepuff in the dictionary.
Like a middle child.
Hufflepuff.
To the max.
I said Hufflepuck.
Puckwudgie.
Puckwudgie.
Hufflepuckwudgie.
I'm getting all confused, guys.
No, we can't.
This stuff is just it's a no. I am not a Thunderbird, okay?
You're not a car.
I am not. It's just like when people call me Mare. I'm like, I am not a horse. I am a person. That's why I hate that so much. People be like, why don't you like it? I mean, it's a cute nickname. I'm like, it's a freaking female horse. That's why I don't like it.
That's true. That's true. I have my parents, like my whole life growing up, my dad calls me Hales.
Oh.
With an S. Ew. Which... No, that's the thing. Is like that's my reaction if anybody else in the world would call me that. Like Whiskey tried to call me that for a while. And it was bad news bears. Absolutely no. But my dad says it, and it's like, oh, that's like what my dad calls me, and it's really sweet. And my mom calls me Hail.
As in the precipitation.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, so she associates me with like ice that like dents your car.
Right. Falls from the sky.
Just kidding. But at the same, that's another thing. Like if anybody else tried to call me Hail, I would be like, don't fucking call me that. No. So they're the only people in the world that can call me those 2 things, and I've had a bajillion nicknames over the course of my life, but those are the 2 that are reserved for those 2 people, and that's it.
I told you on our last episode, my dad calls me Mares Bears. I would be very annoyed if anyone else tried to use that moniker.
But it's okay, because your dad says it.
Well, yeah, because dads are adorable.
They are.
Like,
dads are
your
adorable.
dad.
My dad is so adorable.
Oh. This is
Dad, he's listening, and I know that he just, like, blushed right there, and maybe, like, a tear welled up or something.
Oh.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
He's our #1 fan, and maybe our only fan at this point. But he actually did what we asked in episode 1, No Listening Experience. And he sent us an email, which detailed all of his likes, dislikes, and questions and statements about the first episode. I shared this with you already.
I know. I loved it so much. I really appreciate feedback. I thrive on it. So
we really want to do well.
We really want
my dad is committed
feedback
to helping us do well. Thanks, Dad.
Okay, here we go.
So, first,
I love this.
his likes is like I'm like blushing at this. This is cute. Hearing me laugh makes him smile. Aww. You guys are funny. So good. Goal accomplished.
That's the whole point of this.
That's what we're trying to do.
Despite the subject matter we previously discussed, this is supposed to be funny.
Good production, which is kind of astounding to me because, like, literally I struggled all day on Sunday with trying to figure out.
I feel like he was trying to compliment your brother with that. I feel like that was for your brother.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, Brock, thanks for helping us with the technical stuff on episode 1, and thanks for complimenting him, Dad.
Yeah. Well, that was just how I read it.
Okay, that probably makes more sense. Yeah. I guess.
Like, he sounded
I like to think that this is all about me, though.
Well, and everything is. And
us.
Us, of course.
Not just.
It's not the Hailey show.
He likes my laugh.
Well,
so...
He's your dad.
I
feel like you might be a little biased.
Okay, fair.
My dad won't listen. I don't know if I told him about it. I think I did. I told my mom, and she said, "You're having a pot fest?" And
First of all, no. Because I don't get down with that.
No. I know, and, as far as she thinks, like, neither do I. So,
Where are we going
with that? And then I said, no, a podcast, and she said, I don't know what that is. And so I don't think either of my parents are going to listen. But your dad did. And so
my dad did. I don't know if my mom's going to listen. It's probably just my dad relaying it to her.
Yeah, like cool. I listened to it, and Hailey, her laugh was really cute and sounded great. I think Brock did a nice job.
Way to go, Bean.
Yay.
Okay, so on to the dislikes.
Oh, yeah.
So this is our areas of improvement. Okay. Take note. Referencing your parents, after which he wrote all in caps, LOL.
Okay. Sorry, so, definitely didn't take that.
Sorry.
Piece of feedback.
Still doing that. Maybe we'll change that in episode 3.
Try sending us another email and see.
2 car crash memories, after which he wrote, I'm sorry I didn't answer my phone. Because when we talked about how I ran my car into a wall, it happened to be the day of my brother was still in high school at the time, and he had conferences, and my parents took them very seriously and turned their phones off. So, or phones off or on silent or something. So they were both home at the time, which was like less than a mile away from where I crashed my car. But I couldn't get a hold of. Nobody was answering their phones, so this is where I did the most damage. So sorry for this decision. I could have walked the mile home.
Right.
I drove the car.
Oh, well, why walk when you can drive?
Right. I also had a friend that lived like literally 2 blocks away. Could have gone to her house. Didn't.
We don't make the best decisions as teenagers.
No. And I was like 19 at the time, but still a teenager.
That's still, yeah, you're still sort of developing. I don't know.
We're still not taking his notes very well because we're still talking about this. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry. No more flashbacks for you. That'll be the last time we talk about this.
You're still a great dad.
You are a great dad.
It wasn't your fault.
No, your phone was off. How could you have known?
It was okay. So those are the ends of his dislikes. So I feel like we're doing pretty well, at least as far as my dad is concerned.
I think next week you may.
Next week we might do better since we won't talk about the things he disliked.
Right.
He has questions. Actually, he has one question.
Okay.
Well, 2 parts. A, what is a meme?
Well.
Which I love. A meme is a photo on the internet that has words in or around it that make it somehow funny.
It's basically like putting a caption on a photo. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. But it's usually something comical and short.
Yeah, it's funny.
If it gets too long, it's not funny.
It's really only 2 lines along the top and bottom of the photo, so you can still see the content of the photo.
Right.
But also get the hilarious, hopefully, message associated with the meme.
And then part 2, why are you doing that at work?
And now that's a good question. I'm interested in hearing the answer to that too.
Without disclosing what I do for work, because that's not a good idea.
No NSA, no stalkers allowed.
At work, we often send each other encouraging emails in our team environment. Yes. Which often include memes that are funny and or encouraging, just to kind of boost morale and keep everybody going.
Because they can hear your smile.
Right. Yes.
Yes, when you're on the phone in whatever capacity you use a telephone.
Right.
Yes.
So when we're talking to each other and we're emailing back and forth, we send each other funny memes, and it's great, and it's wonderful. And hi, everybody I work with, because I think some of them listen, maybe 2.
Maybe.
And then he had a follow-up statement to the question, which was, stop it if you will get fired.
Oh. And as
and I won't. So
it's approved.
I'm okay.
As long as, the subject matter of your memes stays appropriate.
Actually, there was one incident. But it wasn't me. It was somebody else that I work with, and bless her heart, she's like the sweetest person. And she sent out one meme that I don't know if it was like supposed to only go to one person and it was a joke, or she didn't actually understand what it was.
Sure, that
or
happens
didn't
a lot
thoroughly
on the internet.
read it. But it was a picture of a black bear sitting at a picnic table, like waiting for food or something. And
I feel like this isn't gonna end well.
No, it's really bad.
This is gonna be like the Red Cross.
I bet if I was a polar bear, I would have gotten service. Because he didn't have any food in front of him. And it was...
That's so awful.
I know.
Oh.
It was very unfortunate, and she didn't mean it that way at all, and it was so sad.
But I'm just like, how could you mean it, though?
I guess, in my mind, I assume, like, she didn't read the whole thing or something. I don't know.
Well...
Because, there's, like, stuff on top and the bottom. Stuff like that.
That's what a meme is,
well,
yes. Are we explaining that again?
I feel like she didn't... Yeah, let's explain what a meme is again.
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess sometimes people don't really think about what would be offensive to.
Right.
I mean, like, I seriously stared at that American Red Cross pool poster for, like, a really long time before I figured out what was wrong with it. And then afterwards, I felt racist because it took me so long to figure out what was wrong with the poster. And then I felt like... that wasn't really fair.
No,
and that it wasn't really
not.
That racist of a poster, and then I felt bad for thinking that it wasn't that bad, and I don't know.
Have people previous generations actually were racist? So
well, exactly.
They didn't have this problem.
I feel like the hyper-awareness of racism is racist.
Right, like I feel like I'm being made to be racist even though I'm not.
I don't think that's true, and it's definitely still a problem. I know that. I mean, obviously. I've seen the news. I know.
I've seen the news. I'm informed.
I mean, I know it's still a huge problem, but I feel like by being so hypersensitive to it, and I mean, an organization like the American Red Cross, this was not a poster put out by, like, the Ku Klux Klan. Okay? The American Red Cross is, like, one of the most worthy organizations. They do nothing but help people. Right. In crisis. So for me to be like, the American Red Cross, they definitely were being racist with this. I think it was more just ignorance, but then I guess
oversight.
On their part it was like, an oversight. I mean,
could the person who did the illustration like secretly be a racist? Absolutely.
I guess, but he made the lifeguard of color also, just because he didn't have a cool label.
That's true.
He was. I mean, that's not, and that was something that I saw on Facebook. People were arguing about this, and of course, I didn't engage because I don't get involved in internet arguments with strangers. But
I'm above that.
Well, not that I'm above it, just that I find it to be a waste of time. And also, if people are going to argue with you, then clearly they're already set in their ways. And I know, you can enlighten people and blah, blah. That's not the point. The point is, I saw people making this exact argument, and then I looked at the poster again, and I was like, I really did have to look at it a long time the first time. And then I looked at it again, and I was like, I still don't really see it. So, but the bear and the picnic table, that one's clearly...
That's a problem.
That's clearly an issue.
Oh boy.
No. So...
There's no mistaking that.
No, that one was clear. That's definitely a problem.
So, long story short, be very careful about the memes you choose to send to your coworkers.
Yeah, definitely all topics that should be avoided.
Right.
Religion,
generally,
gender.
Yes. Also things that we had initially said we were going to avoid on the podcast.
I know, and then we literally talked about politics and racism. And we're supposed to be trying to be funny, so...
We're still working the kinks out, guys. Bear with us.
This is not too far from a normal conversation that we would have, though. And that was kind of the whole point of the podcast, was really more to immortalize our conversations that we believe when we're having them are so funny and so enjoyable.
We're really funny.
We are, and I'm pretty sure that our conversations will be enjoyable for the masses.
I agree.
The masses of fans. I think we had like, 25 downloads last time.
We had 27 in June, and we had 1 July 1st download. Hey. So we're getting dangerously close to 30.
Hopefully you got more than halfway through it, because some of our very close friends and family either didn't listen at all or were like, oh yeah, I listened to half of it and then I had to do something. And so I never got back to the rest of it, and I was like, well, clearly it was very compelling then. And I think I say I was like a lot, or you were like.
Like?
No, not just the word like, but when I'm describing an interaction, I say, and then she was like.
Oh, sure.
And then I was like.
Yeah.
I need to work on my narratives a little more, tighten those up, make them a little bit.
I feel like you'll be forgiven for that. Of all the things that our listeners could complain about, especially in this episode, I feel like that's probably the least of our problems.
Offending everyone today.
There's that cat again.
There we go. Oh, Cricket.
Cricket.
Cricket's my cat. She's really, really old. Like,
she almost
13
just, like, knocked
something.
down the door, though. Like,
I know.
It started going.
When we got her, she was very, very fat. And she has no tail. She's a minx. And she looked like a bear. When we first got her, we put her on a diet, ruined her life forever by removing what was clearly a free feeding situation she was in before. I keep telling her, those people got rid of you because you didn't like their kitten. So how great was it to have all that free food? Look at how fat you were. Don't you feel better now? Etc., etc. It's very ironic because I have not put myself on a similar diet. However, I think if there was
some... we do for our animals, but not ourselves.
Right? If there was some higher power that could restrict my access to food so totally and entirely, I might be grateful. I might not complain all the time about how hungry I am when I can clearly move a lot more quickly and effectively. But she just doesn't like closed doors. And so she finds the closed doors of our recording studio.
Do you know why, Mary?
Why?
Because love is an open door.
Love is an open door, and half of love is just low. She requires double-handed petting, and she demands tribute of everyone that comes in the door, especially Hailey, because she's allergic to cats.
I am. It's unfortunate.
And once when we were on vacation, Hailey came over and fed Cricket.
I did.
Cricket has not forgotten about this.
No, because I pet her.
Yeah.
I felt bad, so I pet her.
You broke the dam.
And then immediately, went and washed my hands and was still like, oh, allergies.
Yeah.
But she's so cute, and I was so sad. I actually went to a pet store yesterday.
Good call. Good catch.
And they had cats there that were adoptable, and they were so cute. One of them was a Siamese cat.
Siamese
it was a boy, and he had like the bluest eyes I've ever seen in my life.
He pissed all over somebody's floors.
Probably.
That's how he got there.
I don't know, but he was huge though, not fat, but like
large.
A very big cat.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Did he have long fur or
no, short fur? But he was like a Siamese something, because he had other like patches on him, but he was so cute.
Oh.
And there's this little teeny black one that was a little black kitten, and I love black cats.
Cricket's a black cat.
Because
I don't know if I said that.
If they shed on me, you can't see it.
Right, because you always
like
wearing
my
black.
dogs.
Yes, your dogs.
My one dog, fur everywhere, covered. It's there. Anyway.
Yeah. You are always covered in hair. I wasn't going to say anything.
No, I know.
I know you know, but I just sometimes...
I go over to my parents' house and they lint roll me.
You know, that was like when we were in the store and I was
like...
pulling something off of your back. I forget what it was. It wasn't a hair. But you were like, that's a losing battle. And I'm like, no. There's really something on your back. It's not just dog hair. I'm not insane. I'm not trying to remove all the dog hairs from your clothing.
No, that would take ages.
And be ineffective.
Right. Yes. I go through many lint rollers. They don't help.
I believe you. Because my father is deathly allergic to animals, and we had 2 cats that lived in our garage when we lived in a rural area. Relax. They were barn cats.
They
had a heating pad in their basket. The garage had like a full-on door and was completely insulated. We bought them a heated water bowl. Okay.
What?
Well, yeah, because it would freeze.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes.
I'm like, ugh.
So it was like hot, so it wouldn't.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't that cold in there, guys. The cat. I'm literally putting my hand to the microphone, like in a calm yourself gesture.
Sit down.
They're fine. They had to live outside.
Calm.
Right. We're not doing the ASMR video now.
No, you're right. We don't.
Although
do
I did some ASMR baking. Well, we might eventually do an ASMR baking video. Anyway.
Videos?
Well, not of my face, but of the baking.
So what, like tits down?
While I narrate. No, like from my view.
Okay.
Like from above. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's a horrible idea.
I feel like you're missing something without including the tits. That's just me personally.
Well, you're the one who doesn't want to do videos.
No, incorrect. You were the one that didn't want to do videos. I said, let's start a YouTube channel, and you said, I don't want people to see my face.
Well, not all the time. Like, right now, I wouldn't want anyone to see me, but I'll get gussied up and do a video once in a while. That wasn't the point. What was the point?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Anyway.
Totally lost. Oh, yeah. The cats lived out in the garage, right? And my dad was allergic, and I don't know what else I was going to say about it. Fur.
And pets.
But we had lint rollers, and we went through lint rollers, like, all the time, like crazy, and there was no controlling the cat hair.
No.
My dad was miserable. I mean, he was miserable anyway. But he was miserable just, you know.
For other reasons.
For other unnamed reasons that ended in divorce. But, yeah.
Anyway.
So, sorry. Hailey obviously has something else she wants to talk about.
Pets. No. Oh, no, but there was something. I have to tell you about this dream.
Okay. You had dreams. Right.
So I've now had 2. For those of you who don't know, I'm hopefully someday soon getting a divorce.
Yeah. So whiskey is her ex.
That's the
soon-to-be
ex-husband. If you hear us reference whiskey, that is the code word for my soon-to-be ex-husband.
As the name may suggest.
Maybe we should explain why.
He's a bit of an alcoholic.
A bit. I'm going to Instagram the photo of the whiskey bottles that were found in my garage.
Oh.
After he was moved.
We should be keeping a list of the things we need to Instagram from this. We need to Instagram.
We can listen back and it'll tell us. Okay. So this is being recorded. You remember that?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. I didn't listen to our last episode all the way through either.
You're so supportive.
I know. I'm one of the half listeners.
Anyway.
At least I didn't unlike our page. Make that stupid negative dip.
That's true.
Facebook stats are brutal. They're like. People liked your page this week, except for this one jackass that's made your little negative dip. Whoever you were, you're probably not listening, because if you unliked the page... If
you know that person, you could tell them they were dumb.
Right, thanks. Okay.
But anyway, so whiskey is the code word for my hopefully soon-to-be ex-husband.
Which you have to actually divorce someone
I said soon-to-be, hopefully soon-to-be.
Yes.
Ex-husband.
Wishes don't make divorces happen, though.
Okay. Well, so, yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Very supportive.
You can do it. Oops, don't clapping.
Anyway, a psychic on the radio who frequents our local radio station.
Yes.
Gary Spivey. We'll say his name. He's great.
Got awesome hair.
He really.
Google him.
It's got to be.
If you're not local, I mean, I assume it is.
It has to be a wig.
But it's, dude. Props to dude. Even if it is the wig, you're putting a lot of effort into that.
That's true.
Google it. Google images.
If you've never heard Gary Spivey,
even if you've only heard him on the radio and you've never thought to Google a picture of the dude, because that was me for 10 years.
That's true.
I mean, I didn't Google Gary Spivey until they had like an event where they photographed him.
Right, and
then I was like, who's that guy? That's Gary Spivey?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hair. I mean, he commands attention.
That's some hair.
It's some hair.
That's some hair.
But he's also the world's most gifted psychic. So
it's
Gary
a self-applied
Spivey,
moniker.
We would love to have you on our show one day.
We would totally take you because I have many questions.
So many questions.
Where is my engagement ring? For starters.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I lost it maybe a few months ago.
Ouch.
Painful.
But my question that I asked, because whiskey is MIA.
We can't find him.
We can't find him.
No one will tell us where he is.
If you're listening and you know where he is, let me know because I need to divorce him.
Yeah, please. That'd be great.
But you probably don't know because Gary Spivey told me that he is dead, or not dead.
No, he's not dead.
That's not dead. He's in
that's a
Florida.
Slip. I never heard one.
That's a problem. He's in Florida.
Yeah.
On drugs again.
Right.
Were Gary Spivey's words, which could possibly be true because at one point in his life he did do drugs. Not during our marriage, that I know of.
Except for the alcohol.
Except for the alcohol.
Yeah.
And also that he had been struggling with his sexuality for a very long time and that he was now with a man. So
a couple bombshells from Gary Spivey.
Yeah. So I'm accepting of that. I mean, if that is the reality, I mean, good on, not for the drugs. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Don't do drugs. But, like, if you want to be gay, or if you are gay, not if you want to be.
You can't want to be.
No.
You either are or you're not. I mean, you can want to be. That's not true, but yeah.
That would be kind of weird, though. But anyway.
Well, just be like wanting to be something you're not, which is a very common human emotion, so.
But if he is gay, that's totally cool. I love gay people. I would probably like him more if he was gay. So that would be fine.
True.
But
I would like him more if he was gay,
I still need to divorce him either way.
You do.
So ever since Gary Spivey, my question was read on the air on a local radio station, and Gary Spivey answered it and told me this answer. And now ever since that happened, which was a couple weeks ago now, I keep having dreams about whiskey, but not like dreams. Like,
not like the fun kind?
No, not like good dreams. Like dreams about like where he is now, like dreams telling me like where he is and what he's doing. But the first one was that he was dead.
Okay.
Which is weird. And it was also especially weird because I was really sad about it in my dream.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, no, I don't want him to be dead. I don't wish awful things to happen to him. He's a fine...
not that awful.
Right. I mean, I'm not like, oh yeah, hey, win the lottery, but...
Well, you do win the lottery, but make it happen soon, because you could get half.
Right. Okay, anyway. Yeah. But like, I don't want awful things to happen to him. I don't want him dead.
No.
That's not fair.
That would be really
mean.
I don't think I could be friends with you if you really
that would be really terrible karma too. Like to
very
be wishing him dead.
Karma.
So I don't want him to be dead, but I was like extraordinarily sad in this dream, like as though I were still in love with him, sad.
Oh,
and it was very weird.
So it was an extraordinary response.
Yes, and I was with his family, who I still love very much, and they were all very sad, and we were all being very sad together. He wasn't actually in the dream at all. He was just dead. He was just dead.
But so, no, like, zombie or walking corpse or anything? Okay.
No. But, like, there wasn't even a part in the beginning where, like, he was there and then we watched him die or anything.
He just was dead the whole time.
It was just known.
It was a dream
dead.
about the aftermath of his death, basically. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Since then, I've had another dream where he was gay in Florida.
Okay. Well, the power of suggestion.
Right. So I'm like, okay, that's either just Gary Spivey.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's true, and I'm just dreaming
Maybe you're just picking up on it, yeah.
Or... Well, not or. But then, and I had another dream. This was just like, not last night, the night before. And in this one, all of a sudden he had short hair, which is really weird. He did have short hair for a period of time when we were together, and I hated it.
Funny, that was my favorite time.
God, I hated it so much. It looked terrible.
I don't like long hair in him either, but...
Okay, well, I preferred him with long hair.
Okay,
but anyway, he had short hair. And it was very weird, because your husband was in it, too. And in this dream, yes, Whiskey was living with Tuna, but neither of us were there.
Oh, so this was a premonition dream then of the future.
Maybe.
So I'm just joking, guys.
Just kidding.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, so no, it was like, and it wasn't this house. It was some other house that was Tuna's house, and Whiskey was living there with him. Okay. But not like with him,
right?
Him. Like it wasn't that kind of a situation.
I mean, I believe Whiskey might go that way,
right?
But Tuna not so much.
No, I feel pretty confident that Tuna's not gonna swing.
Doubtful.
Right. So it wasn't that kind of situation, but they were just living together like as friends, like they used to be just friends.
Right.
And it was very weird. And I was like watching this as like
an omniscient presence.
Right.
You weren't actually
just like watching it, and they were
walking through the rooms, like what's going on here?
Right.
Who lives here? Okay.
And they were just like there, like friends, like having freaking Nerf wars again.
And that's silly because Tuna is not Whiskey's biggest fan anymore.
No.
Of all the people that I could imagine him living
and I have to assume that like I dreamt it that way just because I'm with you and Tuna like every week.
Yes, every Saturday night.
And they used to be such close friends.
Really close
so
friends.
Like it's easy for my brain to put them
it's
together.
Kind of funny because like I didn't know you and I only met you because I was dating Tuna and you were dating Whiskey.
I wasn't dating Whiskey at the time.
Well, no, you wanted to, though. I messed that up, like, the very first night. Yeah, I was like, oh, I love Hailey, Whiskey. You should totally get with her. And he's all, what are you talking about? We're just friends. And that classic sort of scared deer in the forest male thing that they all go through.
He very much had that.
Tuna had that really hardcore also. He wouldn't even call me his girlfriend, and we had been, like, dating for 6 months. And we, like, talked to each other all the time and hung out, like, 3 or 4 times a week. And I was like, we are totally dating, and if you don't call me your girlfriend, we're not going to be dating anymore, and it won't matter what you call it, because there won't be anything.
At what point is it, like, you don't have a choice anymore, like, we are dating? Like, when was that point?
I think,
in your mind,
I will
not
tell
when you convinced him to be it.
This was in my mind, because I will tell you what I did. I told you, he's a scared deer in the forest.
Right.
I did not make an outbound telephone call to him during the first 6 months of our relationship.
Whoa.
I never called him. I would respond to texts. I answered when he called me. But I never actually called him. And he didn't even realize this. I told him this down the line, many months down the line, when I had hooked him and we were married. And I was like, this is how I did it. You realize I never called you. And he's like, oh my God. You didn't, did you?
You went really Minnesotan there.
I did. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm going to put on my cute little Minnesota cheerleader accent for a little bit. No, so that was how I really did it. But they have to be really interested for it to work, obviously.
I guess.
Yeah. And I don't even know why I was telling you about that.
Well, because I asked you what the question was. Was at what point in your mind was it like, we're together, whether he says it or not. We're dating.
When I called him.
We are a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, when
I first called him. I called him.
So 6 months in?
Yes. Well, we were a couple beforehand. I mean, I didn't really care what he called it. Okay. I mean, I wasn't too wrapped up in it because I understood what was going on. I understand the male mentality.
You knew your play.
But right. I knew what was going on. I knew how to get in. But I think when he started adamantly denying that we were dating to people, like, in front of me, that there was a time when we were hanging out with Ben and Krista, and they were like, so are you going to call your girlfriend yet? And he's like, oh, no, she's not my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, you know what? This isn't funny anymore, because I clearly am. So, if you want to keep denying me, then we'll just make that a reality.
Whoa.
It turned out fine. So I had a dream, too, that I was going to tell you about. Yeah. Because that dream was...
That's what we were talking
about.
Yeah,
that's what we were originally talking about. So I'll preface this by saying I have a lot of sort of apocalyptic and, like, danger dreams. That's kind of my...
Oh.
It's not something... I have anxiety, and so one of the ways that manifests itself is in my dreams. A lot of the times they're very unpleasant, and they disrupt my sleep and things.
Sure.
Mental illness is not a stigma. It's fine. It's just a thing that
we can talk about this.
I know.
And this is still a comedy show.
This is still a comedy show,
Sit
guys.
Sit down, take your seats.
Just mental illness, animals, whatever you want. So I have these crazy dreams, and the other night I had a common dream for me that the house is on fire. Very common. Fire scares me. It's hot, burny, hurty.
Kills
yes. you, destroys all of your things. So in the dream, the house is on fire, and the fire's in the back by the kitchen. So I'm in my bedroom, and my children are out in the front lawn, and I'm yelling at them through the window, and they're like, Mom, come out, the house is on fire. Oh my gosh, the house is on fire. And so I start going to my closet, pulling down all of my LuLaRoe Amelia dresses, and throwing them out the window at the kids. And these are very beautiful, brightly patterned dresses. So as each one's flying out, it's almost like a bird is soaring across the front yard. And it's a dream, So they like Mary Poppins-esque. They're flying out. The kids are grabbing them and then like, bring them out to the street. Bring them out to the street. Get them away from the house. So then I start on the leggings.
And come on.
I store my leggings rolled like sausages. So I'm just pelting them out the window as fast as I can. Because, guys, these clothes are hard to find. I don't know if you know about LuLaRoe, you know what I'm talking about.
They're collectibles.
I have a gazillion unicorns, y'all. And those things just can't burn down. Money can't buy some of these leggings anymore. It was a serious hobby of mine. I've since, purged all my grims because it got a little out of hand. As this dream is attesting. So I'm throwing the leggings and I'm throwing the dresses out the window, and the kids are like, Mom, I can see the fire's coming. You So I'm satisfied with the amount of clothes I've rescued, and so I go out in the living room, and then before I leave, I realize I just can't leave my Pyrex Horizon Blue Bakeware behind. And so I grab that.
Which are right next to the kitchen, which is in your dream on fire.
Yes, no, I had to brave the flames, but...
Oh my god.
I mean, it wasn't like... This all happened very quickly, and you know how dreams are. So the fire had not reached, like, I wasn't, like, actually walking through the fire at this point. I was on my way out. I was going to make it, but I was just going to take a short detour and get the Pyrex.
Oh my god.
But you don't even understand how hard that Horizon Blue 933 is to find. Which I used tonight to make tater tot hot dish. And it was great.
Very Minnesota
of
you.
Yeah, well, you know, you betcha. Had a big old watermelon cut up too, and really did it up for our 4th of July weekend fest. Oh, yeah. We're doing great fun stuff every day.
Sure.
So, go America! America! I can't quite do it. America! There we
Still don't feel good about America.
I don't really like it either.
Trump is going to be our next president. I don't feel good about America.
But Donald Trump doesn't like America.
That's true.
He just pretends
He wants to make America better.
Make America great again, yeah.
Oh, right, that's
the slogan.
Whatever, I don't pay attention to
It's
him.
lies, so don't pay attention anyway.
It's scary.
The man does not know how to handle a toupee. Do not let him handle our country. It will look like that toupee. It will not take long at all, guys.
Oh, no.
So, that's my advice. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And you know what? I started rereading Gone with the Wind. You know, my favorite book of all time. It's sitting here on the coffee table. I read it for summer when I was 12 in New Prague, Minnesota. I was pretty much the most depressed child on the planet because we had just moved from New Jersey to Minnesota, which was basically like, you know, crossing a great divide. It was like another planet, especially to a 12-year-old. Trust me, it was.
Minnesota was recently rated the best state to grow up in.
Recently. This was like 20 years ago.
What else?
So, oh my god, it was actually 20 years ago.
Oh!
Ouch.
Oh, a shot to the heart.
Oh.
We need to take a break while Mary recovers.
I can't even, yeah. Let's just not go there with the whole childhood thing anymore. I changed my mind. I'm a young, blossoming youth, and reminiscing is beyond me because it was so recently that it's not even possible.
We'll just look forward to the future.
Yeah, on the next Louder Than Ever.
We have no idea.
It will be a lot funnier, right?
We make no promises.
No.
But we sure hope
that you will subscribe.
And give our podcast a rating on
Ratings
iTunes.
Are important.
Comment.
And, yeah, if you could comment. Did anyone comment last time?
No, we don't have a single... It's not comments, it's reviews. We don't have a single review yet, so please review the podcast.
Us if you care at all.
That'd be great.
Maybe
please subscribe.
Don't leave us a bad review.
No, we wouldn't like that. If you don't have anything nice to say, please email us at louderthaneverpodcast@gmail.com.
And we read all our emails.
We do, all of our one. Thanks, Dad.
Yes, Hailey's dad. Thank you.
You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at LTE Podcast. Apparently, after this episode, we're going to be Instagramming some things, so there will actually be content there that's not just our logo.
Yeah, which is cute. And I'm wearing leggings
Right.
In case you didn't notice.
Our images are very much us.
True to life. Yeah.
Yes, it's very
I would say. I mean, I'm not a cartoon, but other than that, it's pretty accurate. Yeah. Well, your hair is very colorful.
It's true. So yeah, you can find us on all of those places. Mm-hmm. But most importantly, please subscribe. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
And we might be even funnier.
For more fun and casual discussions that'll really lighten your day about politics and racism. So,
until then,
ta-ta for now.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
No, you gotta cut that. No, that didn't happen. Ta.
Ta.
I like
ta,
just the one ta.